Esports. Esports is a thing that exists. I'm going to explain to you what esports is. I am in esports building with esports chairs. Pass on to Green Screen Me to talk more about esports.
Hi, it's me, Green Screen Rob, to tell you about esports. Before we dive into the world of various esports games, first you need to know what is esports.
Here is an esports expert to tell us about esports. Do you know about esports?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Esports is an abbreviation and portmanteau of electronic sports. In a nutshell, it's competitive gaming. People will play video games competitively and draw massive crowds. What video games are played as esports? Now, you might be thinking I'm going to do these in an order that makes sense. You would be wrong. Let's go to Splitgate. Splitgate, originally known as Splitgate Arena Warfare, it is online, it is multiplayer, it is a first-person shooter, and it is also free. It was developed and published by 1047 Games. Now, Splitgate is very similar to Counter-Strike, Valorant, a bit of Team Fortress 2, and many of the game modes you'll find in those games are also in Splitgate. The only difference? Portals. They introduced Portals into a first-person shooter game, and it's amazing. Now, from a newcomer to a game that definitely is not a newcomer, Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Is the multiplayer fighting game where all the characters are Nintendo characters. At least the original was. That is not the case now, as there are many game characters who have crossed over from other companies. The main draw to this game is the crossover of different characters from different universes who you wouldn't normally see together. It's time to talk about Fortnite. Fortnite is an online video game that was created by Epic Games in 2017. Now you may be wondering why I'm not giving specific genres, and that's because Fortnite is a lot of different things. The most popular of those being Fortnite Battle Royale. This is the Battle Royale mode of Fortnite, but there are other modes. For example, a recent mode they released removed all building. This was widely considered to be a good move. Now it's time to move on to another genre entirely. It's time to talk about sports games, and the sports game I've chosen is Rocket League. Rocket League was published by Psyonix. Rocket League is a video game based on the popular sport football, but with a twist. That twist is all the players are replaced with cars. Now whether you can call it a real sports game is up to debate, because usually football isn't played with cars, but Rocket League is based on a real sport. Formula 1. Formula 1 is a racing game. Now could it be a sports game? Could it be a sports game actually? Because I mean Formula 1 is a sport, so I guess technically it can be also a sports game, but it's not considered a sports game. It is usually considered a racing game. It is developed by Codemasters and has been under the EA Sports banner since 2021. There have been a lot of Formula 1 games over the years, 20 in fact. This is because they have been doing yearly releases for 20 years. I mean, there's not much to say about Formula 1 apart from that it is a racing game where you play as cars and you race. It's Formula 1 but a video game. Now, the video is almost over. It's not over. Please don't click away. We still have a couple more things to get through, so let's really ramp up. Make sure these last two games are really exciting. The crowd pleasers. The ones you came here to see. Anyway, does anyone want to talk about card games? Legends of Runeterra is a 2020 digital collectible card game. Developed and published by Riot Games. Now, Legends of Runeterra is inspired by games such as Magic the Gathering. It involves its own set of characters and also a few characters from another game that Riot Games owns. God, if only I could think of what that game was. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. League of Legends is what's known as a MOBA. That is a multiplayer online battle arena. It is a type of strategy game where there are small groups on each side of the map, or more specifically, a battle arena. Every player plays a different role in that team, and the strategy of the game is working out a group strategy to beat the other team's group strategy. There are 3 lanes in League of Legends: top lane, mid lane, and bot lane. You also have the jungle. The jungle is an area in the middle of the map where players can get XP and money. They do these by killing monsters found in the jungle. Along each lane you'll have towers. These are defensive towers, which means when the other team are in close proximity to the towers, they get shot at. A team needs to destroy the opposite team's towers in a lane to get to the end of the lane. At the end of the lane, you'll get to the opposite team's base. In that base, you have 3 crystals. These are 2 side crystals and the main crystal. You need to destroy the 2 side crystals and then the main crystal to win the game. And that is how you play League of Legends. Now, I know that made me sound like a League of Legends expert, but I'm not. I don't play League of Legends. Anyway, I got some of my friends to get the footage for me instead of playing it myself. Well, I hope you all learned what it is to be an epic esports gamer. It requires skill. It requires passion. It requires knowing the game you're playing. All of these are important. And now you know some of the major games in esports at the moment, you might be able to start a career in esports yourself. Or, I don't know, maybe you just wasted 5 minutes. Who knows?